What is going on? Welcome to Gregles TV. I'm going to show you the first 20 things to do on your Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. Let's get into this. First thing you want to do is swipe up and look for the Galaxy Store. Once you find the Galaxy Store, go into it. And what you want to do is you want to check for any updates. So go to menu, go to updates. It's going to search for any updates. If you have any updates, hit the update all button. Then what you want to do is go home, go into the Google Play Store, tap your photo in the top right, go into manage apps and devices, and then hit update all, then go home. You're good to go on that point. Next you want to do is swipe down from the top here. And when you swipe down twice, and you might end up having it might be separated. I don't like it separated. Usually by default, it's set up like this, where it's separate, so that when you swipe down on the left side, you get your notification, swipe down on the right side, your quick toggles. If you like that, keep it the way you have it. I personally don't like it like that. So swipe down, actually just swipe down from the right, hit the pencil, go to panel settings, change that to together. You're gonna like it a lot better. Also, while you're here, brightness control, have it be shown as always, and then device control and media output buttons, I would have that show when quick panel is collapsed. Go back, and so now you'll see, I'll hit done, and done that. So now, like I said, when you swipe down, you will see your quick toggles and your notifications all at the same time. I just don't have any notifications. That's why it says no notifications, but otherwise you'll see everything. Swipe down one more time and hit the pencil. And I set mine up like this. You can move these things around if you want. You see, just press and hold on it and you can drag it to where you want. I like it the way I personally have it set up, where I have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth at the top. I have this, I have my brightness settings right there. And you might even want to push this up if you want. However you want it, you can click and drag these. When you're done, hit done. And that's where you'll be good to go with that one. Next, we are gonna go into settings. So while we're right here, we're just gonna tap the gear and go right into settings. From here, we're gonna go into connections. We're gonna go to tap on Wi-Fi on the left-hand side there, the three dots, then go to advanced settings. And you wanna turn off Wi-Fi network notification. So anytime it sees an open Wi-Fi network, it's gonna automatically turn that off. There's no reason you need to see Wi-Fi notifications all the time. So at that point, you can go back again so that you're in the main setting of settings. And we're gonna go into Galaxy AI. Go into each one of these things, turn these on. There's the on button right there. You don't need to mute your voice at all. But come in here, turn these things on, hit okay, make sure this stuff is on. Interpreter. You can read what it is, but just make sure if it's like an on-off switch for the thing at the top usually, just make sure that it's on. You see it's on right there. Transcript assist, browsing assist. This is all AI stuff, really cool stuff that if you go into the app, generally it'll tell you and ask you to turn it on, but that's on right there. Drawing assist, all this stuff. Just come in here and check to make sure that it's on. Oops, I missed this one. Now brief. Expand now brief without unlocking. I'm fine with that actually. And health assist, you can balance rest and stuff. So come in here and I won't go through it, but just make sure it's turned on and you should be good to go. I don't turn this on because if you turn on process data only on device, it won't use all the features for you. So you don't want to do that. You want to be able to send some of the stuff to the internet that needs to be sent. And it's all encrypted and stuff. So you're okay with that stuff. Go back. Whoop, I went out. Let's go back into settings. And in settings, you want to go into sounds and vibration. When you're in sounds and vibration, there's a couple of things that we want to do here. So you have is it system sound? Yeah, this is system sounds. I don't like having things I don't need to hear my dial pad or my touch interactions or my Samsung keyboard or my charging sounds or my screen unlock. I turn all that stuff off. So anytime it's gonna do potentially any of those sounds, it turns them off. So if I were you, I would turn it off, but it's obviously, if you want it on or off, it's up to you. Going down, system vibrations. I turn all of these off generally too. I'm not a big person wanting all these vibration feels. If you like it, keep it. But otherwise I turn them all off. It gets a little bit annoying, at least in my eyes. Sound quality and effects, turn on Dolby Atmos and keep it to auto. You'll get much better sound on your music, your videos, everything that you listen to will be better. It's so cool how much it improves the sound on there. Go back, and then we want to go next into your display settings. Go into display. If you want the light mode or dark mode, you can come in here and set that. It's up to you. I keep it generally to dark, but if you want to turn it on and off, go to dark mode settings. Do turn on as scheduled. So sunrise to sunset is a good time. Otherwise you can do like custom schedule. It's up to you. But that's where you do that stuff. Then you want to go into where it says screen mode. I like mine really poppy colors. So turn on vivid, go one step down right there, go into advanced settings, turn all of these things all the way up. You're gonna get amazing plushy colors, and that's the way to do that for the screen mode on there. Next, we want to go into display resolution. By default, it's on FHD+. If you want to get the best looking display that you can get on here, change that to QHD+, 3120 by 1440, hit apply. It uses more battery life, but it gives you the best looking display. You might as well do it, right? Screen timeout, come in here, set that to 2 minutes. That's the perfect amount of time before your screen gets turned off. I wouldn't change it to anything else. I think that's a really good thing. Navigation bar. I like using the gestures, but if you're a button person, you can come in here and you can go into more options if you want. You can flip-flop the buttons just by pressing that one down there. But like I said, I like the gestures. It's more fun to me. You can also change the sensitivity once you have the gestures on. Circle to search, keep that on. When you want to use that, you can press this little, see that line down there? You can press and hold that, and that will give you the circle to search gesture. Continuing on here, we got battery percentage. We'll go to battery percentage next on here. Just let me make sure I got all that. I think, yeah, we're good. So we're gonna go down to battery, and we're gonna go down till we see battery percentage, show battery percentage. It's gonna show it up here. Do it, you're gonna love it. No reason not to have it. So make sure you turn that on. Go back, and we want to go to where the home screen is. This is probably already on, but if it's not, I would advise turning it on. It's the swipe down for notification panel. Turn that on. That allows you, when you're on your home screen, to swipe down from basically anywhere to bring down your notifications. It could be at the top, it could be at the bottom. Turn that on. It's very, very helpful, and you will appreciate it and love it overall. Next, we're gonna go down till we get to, where is it? Advanced features. When we're in advanced features, there's a couple of things we want to do. Go into labs, multi-window for all apps. There's certain apps that won't allow you to do multi-window. I know Instagram's one of them. When you turn this on, it does allow you to do it. So definitely turn that on. It's a great thing to have because you can go multi-window with everything. Then go into side button. Inside button, double press for camera, keep that on. So when you double press your power button from any screen, have it be off or in an app or on the home screen or wherever, double press the power button will launch your camera. Keep that on. Long press. Now, if you press and hold it, it's gonna bring up your digital assistant. And you can come in here and you can choose a different digital assistant if you want. I like Google, so I would keep it at Gemini. But if you just wanted to bring up the power menu, so when you press and hold it, it's gonna bring up your power menu. You can do that. Otherwise, again, it's gonna bring up your digital assistant by default. I've grown to like it having on the digital assistant. And if you keep it on the digital assistant, you can always swipe down from the top and hit the power button right there in the middle and restart your phone or power it off that way as well. Next, we got your game booster settings. Come in here and game optimization, do performance, get the best performance out of your phone. You have this super powerful processor, you might as well take advantage of having it and doing super powerful things on the phone. So that's why I would turn that all the way up. Then we're gonna go down. We're gonna go back to the main screen of settings. We're gonna go down till we get to software update, download and install. Check to see if you have an update. You never know if you do. Come in here if you do, download and install the update. Otherwise, you should be pretty good at that point. Then we're gonna go home. We're gonna go into camera. And then on camera, if you want, make sure you're on the rear camera, tap this, and you can change it to 200 megapixels so you get the most impressive camera quality on your phone. Otherwise, you can choose 50, or because by default it sets it to 12. But if you want to get the highest megapixels, that's how you change it. Video, come into video, tap it up here, change this to UHD 30 or UHD 60. It's a lot better that way. It's gonna be good quality. You don't need 8K. 8K is a little overkill at this point. So I would definitely choose that to 4K. Tap this right here, menu button, then hit the gear to go into settings. And there's a couple of things you want to do in here. So you want to, I would turn location tags on so that when you take a photo, it knows exactly where you took it. It's a helpful thing. Shooting methods, voice commands, turn that on. Show palm, turn that on. So when you're taking a photo or a video, you can show your palm, or you can say, hey, shoot, or smile, or cheese, and it'll start the video or the photo. So I like keeping that stuff on. Shutter sound, I turn off. I don't need to let people know every time I'm taking a video or a photo on here. And then go back, then go home. That is it, guys. You're gonna love this phone. It is awesome. I'll link it down below if you wanna pick it up. It is so nice. It's funny, I have an S25 Plus, which I'm recording with right now, but it feels so much thicker than this phone. This phone is super, super thin, super fast, great camera, great screen. Check it out, link down below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.